you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel once more. Today I just wanted to talk about the American elections and some of the things that we Kenyans need to learn. Kenyans back in motherland need to learn about American elections. Okay, first of all, I want to declare and say it plainly that I really I'm hoping, because I'm doing this video as the election counting is going on, I'm really hoping that Joe Biden wins. But even if he doesn't win, it's okay. One thing I need to tell you guys in Kenya, I noticed that a lot of Kenyans support Donald Trump. And some of you support Donald Trump because you feel like Donald Trump is going to teach Kenyans in America a lesson and what. Let me tell you something, that is not true. When a president is elected in United States of America, he serves the entire nation. It doesn't matter who didn't vote for him, who did vote for him. He serves the entire nation. So you saying, oh, I want Donald Trump to win because I know Donald Trump is going to deport Kenyans. Hey, may you keep wishing until you perish in Jesus' name. It's not going to happen. He can't do that. Because in America, presidents follow the Constitution. Yes, I do know that Donald Trump has overstepped his way in a few things. He's done a few things that are not quite constitutional, but one thing he cannot do, he cannot punish Americans because they didn't vote for him. He can't do that. So because huko nyumbani we're so used to, oh, Uhuru won, so Uhuru is gonna neglect Luos, oh, Moi alisema siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya, so he's gonna punish a certain section. Let me tell you something about America. If like for example, I live in Texas. I know Texas is a red state. It's Donald Trump state. I knew they were going to vote that way because my neighborhood is entirely red, okay? But you wouldn't know who's a Democrat and who's a Republican in Texas because they're not announcing it unless they put those posters on their front yard saying, oh, I'm Trump and Pence kind of thing. No, you wouldn't know. Everybody's quiet, kura yao, siri yao, and that's why American elections sometimes shock us because people are quiet, but deep down they know who they're going to vote for. So, like for example, myself, I live in Texas, right? I was supporting Joe Biden, right? Donald Trump is not gonna start punishing me for supporting Joe Biden. It doesn't work like that here. No, it does not work like that in the US. So if some of you are wishing, oh, Donald Trump should win so that Kenyans are deported, you're going to wait until you're the one who's going to perish in Jesus' name. The same thing happened in 2016. Some of you, Donald Trump, let him teach these immigrants a lesson. Ati mpandangazi mgoje chini. Aliye juu mgoje chini. Please stop with your hateful kind of propaganda. This is not Kenya, where a president is elected and can entirely ignore a certain part of the country. Remember Moi, not that compared to these other guys, I feel like Moi was good. Moi entirely neglected Nyanza because Nyanza never voted for him. Alisema siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya. Here in America, we have states. We have state governments. We have the federal government, which Donald Trump oversees. Hakuna kitu like, oh, I voted for Biden, so I'm going to be punished. Nobody's going to punish us. So if you're sitting there thinking that if Trump is going to be the next president for 4 years, and so we're going to be hard, you're going to wait until kingdom comes. Because guess what? As a working class, my salary is not going to be affected. My taxes are going to be affected a little bit because Trump tax plan, I'm not going to go into details with that, but my pay is not going to be affected. I'm not going to be fired because I'm a Biden supporter or I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not going to be discriminated against because I'm a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter. It doesn't work like that. So if you're sitting there in your house wishing that Kenyans in the US, something bad is going to come over them or something bad is going to happen to them because they voted a certain way, you're going to wait until you're the one who's going to perish. One thing I don't like about some Kenyans, and I'm not talking about all Kenyans, I'm talking about some Kenyans, it's as if kuna uchungu ingine. Like my friend was telling me the other day, She has this relative that was supporting Trump staunchly and saying how Trump is the best president. Then this relative won the green card, and this relative cannot come to the US because Trump suspended it. You know, sometimes before you support something, you need to think of it. Think of things like, how is it going to affect me as a person? Is it going to hurt me? Is it going to help me? How is it going to affect me? Don't just look at it like, oh, it's going to affect Kenyans in the US. How watu wameturingia sana. By the way, I really don't understand this beef between Kenyans and Kenyans in the US. What are we fighting about? We're all Kenyans. We all came here to make a better life. I came here when I was 18. I came to college, graduated. Now I'm working. So what is it that, what are we fighting for? So one thing I'm going to say about elections in the US, it doesn't matter who's going to win tonight. What I can tell you though is this. Even if Trump wins, my life is probably going to stay the same. Nobody is going to interfere with my life as long as I'm a law-abiding, hard-working citizen. If Biden wins, that's fine. That's my candidate. But it's not going to hurt me in any way. If anything, when I look at some of the Democratic policies and Republican policies, if you look closely, you can tell that the Republican policies and values align more with me. But I do not condone police brutality. I do not condone racist people being empowered. Now they're coming out live. They're now coming out. They've been emboldened by this president. I don't like that glue that held America, that love, that support, that you know what I'm saying, that we had this unity that we had before Donald Trump. We don't have it anymore. It's like right now, you walk around the streets as a black woman, you're very suspicious. I can't even jog in my neighborhood because I don't know who's going to shoot me, and then they're going to say that, oh, this black woman was trying to break into my house, so I shot them because of the Second Amendment, right? Everybody has a gun here. Someone can shoot you for no reason, but they can make up a reason and say that you tried to attack them. You know, it's a lot of things. It's those kind of things that I don't feel comfortable with. I don't want to walk on eggshells in my life. I don't want to feel like a second-class citizen. I don't want that. But you Kenyans back in Kenya who are saying, I support Donald Trump. A friend of mine told me he met Donald Trump. By the way, I used to be a #1 supporter of Donald Trump. When he was a businessman, not a presidential candidate, #1 supporter, because I felt like he's good. And I used to watch him. I watched almost all seasons of The Apprentice. But the only thing that I didn't like about Donald Trump is when he started talking about Barack Obama's birth certificate. And I feel like he's in this kind of competition with Barack Obama, and it's like he's so jealous of Barack Obama because 4 years down as a president, he still compares himself. He still talks about Barack Obama. Why? You're supposed to be talking about things that are happening in the country, not talking about Barack Obama, who was president until 2016. So stop. Also, another thing that I want to talk about real quick is, oh, my laundry is done. That's the sound you're hearing in the background. Okay, what was I going to talk about? Yeah, I feel like with Trump's presidency, a lot of racists have come out boldly because they know somebody is protecting them. They know that nothing is going to happen to them, even if they make a racial slur. I've not been a victim so far, but I've been a victim of those passive-aggressive slurs, you know. Also, what was I going to talk about? Yeah, so right now, the election is being counted, and I don't know who's going to win. Honestly, I really was confident that Joe Biden was going to win, but it looks like some of the key states, like Florida, is no Republican president has ever won without Florida, but it looks like Trump took Florida, so that's painful. And Joe Biden was born in Pennsylvania, but it looks as if, to me right now, it looks as if Pennsylvania is voting towards Trump. But then again, I feel like there was some kind of voter suppression. I also feel like the ballots that were, people who voted early, I feel like the ballots are being cast away. They're being tossed away rather. So it's so hard. So sometimes I feel like, should people just wait for election day and vote instead of waiting for early voting, instead of doing the early voting? Because it's so sad that Pennsylvania, especially Scranton, where Joe Biden was born, I mean, Trump is leading. It should be like a big margin for any presidential candidate. But the good thing is, it looks like Biden is winning Arizona, which is a good thing. But at this point, what I wanted to do, and I wanted to say right now, is that it doesn't matter who the president is going to be. One thing I like about America is that the president serves everybody. It's not a punishment system like in Kenya where, oh, Wajaluo hawakunipigia kura, so I'm going to neglect them. Siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya, so I'm not going to build roads in a certain part of Kenya. No. Here, services, people pay taxes, and because of taxes, services are delivered everywhere. During Barack Obama's time, Texas has one of the best roads in the U.S. Still has. Even during Obama time, they had good roads. So it didn't matter who the president was, even though they didn't like Barack Obama, but they have good roads. They have services. What I like about how the state governorship works, like, you know, I know Kenya tried to imitate that, but the problem with Kenya is that even though we have the 47 county governments, you find that the county government still neglects places that didn't vote for them. That doesn't happen here in the U.S. In the U.S., services are delivered because you're a taxpayer. You pay tax, so you get services. There's no such thing as, ooh, this. Also, in the U.S., it's the states collect their taxes. So it's not like, oh, we're waiting for the federal government to give us our share. No, the federal government will, but the states are so independent. They live, it's like a whole country. Remember, Texas is the size of, Kenya gets into Texas 1.5 times. That's how big Texas is. Texas is the size of 1.5 Kenyas. So it's big. So regardless, as long as you're paying taxes, as long as you're a law-abiding citizen, you're going to get services in Texas. That's what I like about the U.S. elections, the U.S. government, the U.S. system. The only problem is the president will go through the, like, Republicans and Democrats, the Republican principles to rule the country. If it's a Democrat, they'll go through the Democratic principles to rule the country. That's the thing. But services will be delivered. Of course, things like insurance, like, for example, Trump tried to destroy Obamacare, but because of COVID, he tried to revive it, and those kind of things. Because of that, he tried to revive it. He saw it was important. He was trying to destroy it because it was formed by Obama. He was not trying to understand what is this Obamacare about? Let me read it. Let me see if it benefits Americans. No, just because it was formed by Obama, he destroyed it. What I don't like about Kenyans, by the way, Kenyans following American politics, and it really pisses me off. The fact that you want to dictate to us who should, I'm supporting Trump because you guys will be returned home. No, we're not coming home, so stop it. Try another prayer point. Okay, nobody's going to be brought home. You need to try and find a job and keep yourself busy, okay? Trump ndio fimbo chapa. What about your president? Is it fimbo chapa? Corruption everywhere. Corruption galore. Why? Why are you not holding Uhuru accountable? You voted Uhuru and Ruto. They're looting the country, but you want to come to America. You want to come to American politics. Fimbo chapa. Let them be taught a lesson. Hey, may you wait till you perish in Jesus' name. Okay? Yeah, stop it. Focus on your own government. Because 2021, we have election. 2022, we have election. And I'm being told, by the way, I know this in Auma, but I've been told by credible sources that Ruto is going to be your next president. So just brace for it. Najua ni chungu. Brace for it, okay? Alright. Me, I'm done. I just wanted to give a summary of what's happening right now. Stop wishing Kenyans in the US bad luck. Stop it. We are not going to perish. It doesn't matter who the president is tomorrow. It doesn't matter who's going to be who. We are going to thrive. Okay? Alright. Thank you. Bye-bye.